Hi everyone, hi YouTubers. My name is KK Commendador Murphy and I wanted to be part of this channel and be able to share my life story. And hopefully many of you will learn and appreciate my story of where I came from. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So my story is from nothing to something. So just a little bit of background, I came from Carnaza, which is the last part of northern Cebu. So for those that came from Cebu, Philippines, I wanted to say hi, mabuhay kayo. So I came from a very low income family. I graduated my elementary and my high school in Carnaza, and I really had great teachers in there. I grew up with my one sister and my two brothers, and they're amazing. And then I went to Cebu to get my college for a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and University of the Visayas, and I had good time. But while I was studying my nursing, for me to be able to have some allowances every day during weekend, I have to sell like Avon or barbecue or cook some turon just to be able for me to go to school and maybe buy some meals. So to make the long story short, after I graduated in nursing in UV, I went to take my license exam, or the Philippine licensure examination. So, and thankfully, I was able to take it only one time. So, after that, I work a lot. I work 3 or 4 jobs. One of it was I work as an English teacher full time during the day, and also in the night, I work as a private English teacher. So it was hard because I work mostly 12 to 16 hours every day. And then when I come home, I still have to cook some candy for me to sell at school. My sister was in college at the time to take her nursing degree, and my brother was in chemistry program as well. So I had to help my parents to provide the needs for my siblings, because I know how hard it is when we go to school and we don't have money for food or for any projects. But yes, that was my goal, is to help my parents. And also during weekend, of course, I go to church, but I also do sideline job like private tutor. So most of my students are Japanese and Korean businessmen. We go to Bohol or in the south part of Cebu, which is very fun because they pay for all my expenses, and plus I get paid for going with them and for interpreting. So that was very nice. And so at that time, my aunt that works here in the US told me to take my NCLEX exam. However, I don't have money, or I cannot afford to go to review center to go to review for my NCLEX. So what I did, I bought 2 books, which is Saunders and Kaplan. I studied for 2 months, and then for 6 weeks I stopped working and I just did intensive review, self-study. And then I went to Manila and took my NCLEX exam over there. And thankfully I was able to pass it, only take one. But prior to that, prior to taking of NCLEX, I took IELTS in Cebu. So thankfully I was able to pass that as well. So while I was still waiting what will be the next plan for me, I went to volunteer in the hospital in the Philippines, in Cebu especially, just for me to be able to have some hospital experience, because in the Philippines it is hard to find a nursing job. It's just so hard. So for me to be able to have some experience, so I have to volunteer in the hospital. But of course, at the same time, I was working 3 to 4 jobs. I went back to teaching English and tour guide, and also I work as a clinic nurse. While waiting on what will be God's plan for me, I um, went to Southwestern University to study for my Master's of Arts in Nursing, major in medical surgical nursing. And I had fun. It was good. And then after I graduate in there, I think it was God's will already. And my aunt said, "Hey, why don't you come here in the U.S. and we will help you out to do your master's in here." And I really wanted to go for nursing education. So, luckily, and I was so blessed that Valparaiso University was able to accept me in there. And I had my Master's of Science in Nursing Education in Valparaiso University in Indiana. And my professors were great, they're amazing. I had good experience. And after I graduated, I took a full-time job in a nursing home for 6 months, and then I worked in the hospital after that full time in psychiatric department, and until now I'm still working in there. And after that, I at the same time I work as PRN in nursing home. So I have been working in nursing home for I think more than 5 years as PRN, and at the same time working full time in psychiatric department. So I wanted to experience different floor in the hospital, and just for curiosity, so I decided to work in inpatient rehabilitation center, and it was very good experience. I had great time. I had great team. The managers, the bosses are really good, and so I feel like I was belong. And I also had a good time in my psychiatric team. So my boss was awesome. She's funny, but I had good team as well. So I'm happy. So the reason why I work a lot, because I really wanted to help my parents. My mom and dad are both pastors in Carnaza. So just for those that don't know what Carnaza is, it's just a very small island that has I think before it was only 5,000 population, but I think it's more now. But I don't know really how many, but it's not really that big. But it is now a tourist island. And so I work a lot so that I can provide for my family in the Philippines. You know, as for Filipino culture, we always wanted to help our parents and our siblings. We don't just think of ourselves. We help them because we love them, and we want them to be successful as well. So I think that's good about Filipino culture. Um, so as I have said, I work a lot, and I bought a house and lot in Cebu, and for my parents to be able to stay in Cebu when they go to Cebu and have their vacation. And then in Carnaza Island, we also have some businesses in there. Part of it is rental, and then boat passengers and boat for tourists as well. So it was very nice and very helpful for my parents in that sense. I don't need to send them money every month, and the business itself was able to support for their needs. So I am so grateful for that. So when I was done with my projects, um, I told my husband that I think I am ready to have a baby. So I have been married with my husband for 5 years and a half now, which I met him online, and I am so very grateful that I found him. And anyways, that will be another story for my vlog. And so we had a baby, and we have a baby, and he's now 16 months and a half, and I will also make another vlog for that. I'll show you how awesome my baby is. But I am just grateful for being a first-time mom. It's so amazing. But anyways, so I'm grateful for my husband for being very supportive of my plans, my passion, and my love for my family. And so yes, it's to be a nurse in the US. It's very challenging at first because you have to compete, you have to be really good at what you are doing. But the good thing with them, my experience in here, they are very helpful, and they really, when you ask questions, they always are available to help you. And for my experience, I really have good experience with my work here in the hospital and even a nursing home. My big bosses in there are so nice, so very helpful, very approachable. So for me, with what I have said, life is very hard and very challenging. Came from very poor family, came from the island, Carnaza Island. Um, I am so blessed. I am so grateful of what I become and what I am and what I am achieved. And I there are times that I question myself. I I have fear, I have doubts, but I focus on the great God that I have. I know from what my father told me all the time, what God has started in me, my God is able to finish it. So I am not stop to dream. I will continue to dream and be grateful about my life and be able to share the blessings to others, and yeah, enjoy life, and just be able to always to be humble and share your blessings, and focus and trust in God. So I that's it for now. I am grateful. Thank you for watching this video. I am so sorry it's my first time, but I am so thankful and happy to be able to share my story. So comment below if you have some suggestions. Bye for now.